that sort of stuff. And I said, you'll just have to listen to find out what happened in Florida. I was right.
Even by Florida standards, this is a doozy. Okay.
Okay.
So the naked truth, or maybe alternative facts. Here's a guy that came up with one of the better reasons for why he was naked at a car wash.
Okay.
Naked at a car wash. Just let that sink in a minute.
Well, naked wash. I mean, I'm just, it's at least better.
Think of large spinning equipment and small, delicate items attached to bodies.
No, but still, if you're altered, I mean, at least, versus like.
And he was.
Naked,
he was.
Like naked on Mount McKinley. That would be, that would be a little rough. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So 52-year-old Charles William Rollerson was arrested at a car wash parking lot near Pensacola because police got a call about a man standing around without pants, blaring music from his vehicle. Deputies arrived and asked him to please put on his clothes, and he gave a response of the following. My pants took off running by themselves without me.
No, wait. Okay, so I know where they ended up.
Where?
Burnsville parking lot.
Oh, God. Did you guys find pants?
Okay, they were folded. They were folded. So, and they were in the lot. And so we're thinking
they weren't just resting.
No.
Somebody put them there.
Well, we were just laughing because Tara was doing rounds and she just laughed her ass off because she's like, it really looked like that someone had like laundry in the back of the car or this or that, and you're juzzling around and they just flopped out. I mean, they did not look like they had been worn. They looked like it was just but we're like, but still, it's pants in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Which, because I don't understand why people have to toss packaging. I mean, I can't. Every time I go to a store, I have to pull up and I check and make sure that people haven't been idiot. And that's any business. People buy stuff at Target and open it up and throw the packaging in the parking lot. It's
sure.
But I'm like, pants. So now I know where this guy's.
So they made their way to Minnesota. They ran all the way north.
They ran north.
Yeah. Well, the police, found that story to be possibly suspicious, saying,
yes.
Pants don't normally get possessed and just take off. Rollerson disagreed and threatened the officer with a screwdriver.
Oh,
in addition to being naked.
And it wasn't orange juice and vodka, right?
No.
Okay.
No. So he ended up getting shot with a taser without protective covering, I might add. And he's now in jail on $500, or he's out of jail on a $500 bond, and unclear whether the pants got away permanently, but we think we know where they are. So that's part of that.
Yeah, I'm flipping through my phone and she's doing rounds and I'm looking at it like, I'm getting sent a picture of pants. And of course I look at the pants and then I realize, the trees that I bought for inside the window are looking really good through the frosting. I notice everything. I move on from the pants immediately and take a look at what's going on in the rest of the picture,
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, texting, honestly, I think one of the funniest things you'll ever see are those medleys of autocorrect debacles and things that people accidentally text to each other.
I'm such a sucker for that shit.
That's
and
so funny.
I know I shouldn't be, but sometimes you just need something to giggle about.
It's good stuff. Well, this one guy, now there's a principle. I work with a lot of people marketing stuff and campaigns and whatnot. So I deal with a lot of people that do mass email and mailings and all that kind of stuff. And the big joke is spray and pray, send out as much as you can and pray that you get customers coming back. Well, a guy kind of applied this principle to the dating thing. And he was mass texting women. He wanted to reach out to 32 different women. He thought he was doing it individually, but he did it as a group. And he sent out, hey, you're cute. Where are you from? To all 32 women.
So it was, okay.
Right?
Oh, okay. This sounds entertaining.
Firestorm of responses along with multiple expletives and deletions ensued. Mm-hmm. Like, really? Like, if you're that stupid, it's like, that's called Darwinism, natural selection. Mm-hmm. You don't get the girl because you're too stupid to know how to text.
Well, I actually, to some extent, like I said, the individual thing, the mass text was bad, but years ago, and I still know the guy, but out of state, haven't seen him in a long time, but his theory was, as long as you play it and you ask, all they can do is say no, and eventually someone's going to say yes. And he was always open about it, always honest about it. Nobody, just, why not? Just ask.
Yeah. You know.
He wasn't trying to trick anyone. He wasn't trying to gaslight anyone or neg anyone. I mean, any of the negative things. He just outright asked, "Hey, do you want to have sex?"
Okay.
And eventually someone would say, they're like, "Yeah." Because they were just in the mood to have sex too. You just keep, and he never took any of the no's personally. He was never rude about it or creepy. He was just very honest. And I'm like, it was a system that worked for him. And like I said, there was, because it was all done respectfully, he never had a bad reputation.
That's not bad.
It's how you do it.
I suppose. So remember the name Lorena Bobbitt?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately named woman, and an unfortunately named event or occurring event. Mm-hmm. Well, we have a situation, similar one anyway, in India. You know how over there arranged marriages are more common than not, and your parents, decide for you? Well, check this crap out. A jilted woman cut off her lover's penis with a sickle. Okay. Think about that, okay? Mm-hmm. Yikes. Although...
I mean, they're awfully sharp.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe, okay, I don't know. Anyway, but it wasn't because he had done something wrong. It was because they had been matched to be married and their parents got in some dispute and it got called off. So she went and took it out on him. Now check this guy out. He grabbed, the remnants and went running home and was writhing in pain. And when they called the police, he tried to say that he accidentally did it himself rather than calling her out for it because he felt bad because she felt bad. Like, that's some magnanimous shit right there. Like, to not call out the person who whacked off your member. That's amazing.
Well, I wonder if there's some pride involved in there too, that it happened, or the male ego say didn't want to admit that that a woman did this to him or something.
Maybe,
but
she's in big trouble though.
I would hope so.
Yeah, she's in big trouble.
Yeah, just assault of any sort, someone should be in big trouble.
Yeah. Because Valentine's Day is coming up, this is kind of cool. Grand gesture story out of, I believe this is Ireland, actually. Yeah. So this, and there's a picture of it, and Megan will post the link so that you can see it. It's really cute. This guy just was admiring this girl that rides the same bus every day. And this guy had this sign made, and he rewrote the lyrics to say a little prayer for you. And he's got this ode to this girl, and basically it's the girl in the white fluffy hat. How does he call it? The girl in the white fluffy hat with the amazing smile. And it's
like the one of the bus advertisements.
Well, it's hung over where by the stop. It's over a store actually, but and so everybody's taking pictures of it and trying to see if she shows up, but the couple has not been outed yet, mm-hmm. or we don't even know if she's recognized herself. Yeah, but that's kind of cute, isn't it? Aww. I like that stuff. Okay. God. Okay, so this is funny.
Okay.
Did you ever? Made me think of a Doris Day, Rock Hudson movie that I remember was old when I was a kid. Boy, have I got the wrong number. Remember that one?
I've seen a couple of,
it's hysterical.
I do tend to wander through classic movies every now and then, just entertain the hell out of me.
Kind of.
I'm always amazed at how they're running around in heels all the time, and with either the crinolines or the pencil skirts. That's it. Everything just seems very cumbersome.
With the bufu hair.
Oh yeah,
the bufu hair was amazing. Ratted, teased, and not one out of place. I might add, glued down by God knows how much lacquer. Mm-hmm. But this happened over in the UK. Babe Station. It's an adult channel on Sky TV, which is sort of a sister company to Fox, for those of you who don't know that. So there's this actual TV station, and they had a phone number for a sex line. And somehow the digits, something about the first numeral and having to do with the international dialing code from what happened in Britain, it was hitting residents all over Ireland in the middle of the night. So all of these little old ladies and innocent Irish people are getting callers who are thinking that there's going to be a sex talker on the other end of the phone. Mm-hmm. So this caused a big, huge thing. Apparently, a similar thing happened here in Maine. And so they're trying to get them to change the telephone numbers, but Sky TV is like, no, we've spent too many ad dollars investing in these. We're not going to do it. So it's a big hoo-ha over there in Britain right now. But I think that'd be hysterical. Wouldn't you chat? I would chat.
There would be a few. Well, one, I would have to pick up the phone, without just picking up and putting it down, because if I don't recognize a number, I don't tend to pick up the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then, but I mean, that's not nearly as fun as the fact that the wrong number that turned into the Santa tracker like 50 years ago. That's the best wrong number, printed thing or, ever. This, I think,
well, I know you have a landline. You have a landline, right? At your house. Okay. Well, does it have a display of caller ID, like visible?
Actually, I even got rid of that. We've turned off all the ringers in the house except for one.
Okay.
And I just have it for emergencies and other, other reasons to have a phone, because, power goes out or this or that, your phone still works.
Yeah.
And having a kid in the house and stuff like that, I want to have that. And I'm just laughing because, it'll ring, and there's the only person who calls me on the phone is my mother.
Oh, really? Aww.
The phone never, or if it does ring, it's going through there, and, we'll pick up, and if it's not, depending on what time it is, and, if it's not my mom, we just hang the phone up.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'll just pick it up and hang it back down. I won't even find out who's on the phone.
For sure.
But I have one, I have multiple phones in the house, but I only have one ringer that's functioning.
See, I don't know. Well, my sister has a landline. That's right. And it freaks me out because I don't know anybody else besides you are two that I know. But I wonder how much longer those are even going to really be around.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I like the fact that it's still, when power's out, phone still works.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, I'm not worrying about where am I going to charge my phone? Do I have to go out in the car and start it?
That's funny. They did there's always studies and surveys, and thank you again, Dr. Markey, for explaining to us why they seem to keep studying similar topics, and it's all to legitimize other things. But I thought this was kind of interesting. Over in the, actually, this was a joint study between the U.S. and U.K. Oh. And they wanted to know where women most fantasize about having sex. So it was kind of interesting. The stairs, on a set of stairs, was the most popular answer.
Is that from the, what was that movie with Rene Russo and the guy that ended up playing James Bond? They had sex on the stairs.
Oh,
Thomas Crown Affair, the remake of it.
Yeah.
There was a stair sex scene on that one. And all I kept thinking is, ow, ow, ow. So obviously I would not, I would not work on the bell curve of this.
3,000 women, respondents, and stairs won. Shocked the hell out of me. Next was sex on the beach. Okay, that's not exactly,
That's sand. No. Okay. Then again, we're talking about fantasy here, not actual reality. So, I'll give them.
Yeah, but if you're fantasizing about it, doesn't it mean that if you had the opportunity that you would gladly do it?
Yeah, I guess so.
See?
Well, unless some people just like to keep things to fantasy, because then if you try it and it sucks, then what else do you have left? You have to come up with something new.
Oh, now that's a depressing thought, Colleen. Thanks. The number 3 one, so we got stairs, we got the beach. Number 3 is at an event, like a wedding, sneaking off. So that's almost like public, what am I trying to say?
Well, depending on where you were in an event space, there's probably plenty of
nooks and crannies.
Nooks and crannies and rooms that you can shut behind you, but once again, way too much work.
4th place was an airplane, Mile High Club.
Oh, gross. Sorry. This sounds more like people have been brainwashed by bad romance novels than anything else.
Maybe. Maybe. The next up, by the way, the garage or the backyard or the office were the next 3. Garage, backyard, office. Like, I don't know why the backyard would be fantasy. I've had sex in my yard. How about you?
Actually, no.
Really?
I don't like mosquitoes.
Oh, well... I'm from California. We didn't have as many.
Yeah,
so.
No. You grow up in Minnesota. The idea, to some extent, of outdoor sex and bugs is just no.
Any chance of bugs?
Bugs.
I'm not good.
Not
with
a
that.
thing. Not a thing.
I thought it was interesting. Out of the study, 2 other factoids came out that sort of caught my eye. One, was that 65% of women fantasize about being a submissive and being dominated. 65%, more than half. 56.5 fantasized about an orgy. Does that surprise you?
Probably not, because I mean,